Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're in Sims 4 again doing another CAS video. For today's CAS video I wanted to do something a bit different than my normal kind of CAS challenges and design the Bratz in the Sims 4 because normally I just do like colour challenges and stuff, but today I actually wanted to try and recreate characters, I guess. I've never really done this before, so yeah, I start off with Chloe, and I don't really know, I just do it in a random order, and I kind of, the looks I was going off of, there was like, when I was doing like, looking at like the Bratz themselves online, I saw that there was like a 20th anniversary like revival outfits of Bratz that, so I recreated those looks because I thought, you know, it's a revival for the company, and also because like I grew up with like the early 2000s Bratz, so that's why I ended up going for these type of looks. If you want to find them out, just Google Bratz revival toys and then you'll find them. But yeah, so Chloe, obviously the blonde hair, the blue eyes, I made sure to give them all the big classic lips, but other than that I kind of still tried to make them look as sim-like as possible. I didn't go for like accuracy. I was more like, this is like the Sims version of the Bratz, you know, not Bratz in the Sims. So, you know, you've still got the elements of the Bratz, but they're not like, it's not like the Bratz actual dolls. But then, yeah, so the outfit that I give her, I felt like blue was very much her colour, so I, and the outfit that I was basing it off of, had like a blue top and then some black jeans and some blue shoes, and yeah, no, not really else much to say. I do reuse some items for different Bratz dolls just due to the outfits that I did end up picking. It did end up that some of them items needed to be reused, but I tried to make them all, like the dolls, all different as possible because obviously they all are very different. You know, the Bratz are very diverse, which is very good for its time as well when it came out, to have that. So, you know, I gotta still, but some of the items I had to reuse. When I was doing this challenge, I guess, I actually was trying to think, do I go for, you know, the Bratz now, like how, like should I put them in modern clothes or should I do the early 2000s? And then I saw obviously the piece of the revival outfit, so I thought let's just go heavy 2000s, you know. So next up I did Jasmine. Yeah, I think they did Jasmine next. And I did struggle a bit with her face, a bit. I spent a while trying to get, you know, her face like right, and I just, for some reason I just looked a bit off for me, so I had to spend a while just to make sure that it was like okay. And then for her lips, I tended to find when I did like her, like I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I think I did Jasmine. I think I meant Jasmine, sorry. So I don't get, you know, in trouble, but yeah, Jasmine, sorry. So I do Chloe, Jasmine, and then I think Jade and Sasha. But when I was doing my research, actually, on the Bratz, for some reason like a fifth Brat kept coming up, and I was like, what? Like, I swear there was only 4. I don't know, maybe they've added another one now, but like I was like, no, there's only 4, how do you have like a 5th Brat? But yeah, so, but for her look, I again based it off this revival collection of these toys. I gave her white pants. A lot of these pants are very wide, you'll find, because it was the early 2000s, and then they didn't have the exact top that I wanted. It was like a sleeveless like crop top, but we don't have that in The Sims, so I ended up just going for this. The one was like this wrap top, I guess, because it's pretty similar. It just has sleeves, and then pink shoes to go with her like outfit, I guess. And then this is when I had to use the same hair, because both the Chloe and the Jasmine look, so the Jasmine look actually had like a bandana, where the Chloe look had a headband, but there wasn't the right type of headband, so that's why I used the cottage living hair for Chloe as well. So that's one of the only real things that I reuse for different Sims. And I made sure to give her beauty mark, because I always remember Jasmine had her beauty mark, but that is Jasmine done. So next up, like I said, I did Jade. So Jade, I knew she had like a fringe, so I wanted to make sure I had a fringe for her look, but it is quite hard. Like, the Sims fringes are really bad, so I had to try and make sure that her fringe was like looked okay. So I made sure to give her a hat as well, and the look she had on had a beanie, but I didn't use a beanie, I used a beret because I just thought it was cuter than the beanie that she had on. And then and then obviously the big lips, her eyeshadow colour, I made sure to get it close to it. And then I found with her lips tended to be more of a pinky colour when they did the dolls, where like Chloe's was always kind of red, and then Jasmine's was more on the darker pinky side. And yeah, I really struggled to pick a hair that like had a decent fringe, because it wasn't like a proper fringe. Sometimes it was a half fringe. I couldn't really choose. But so I ended up giving her this one with the beret. And then it was pink like the beanie she was wearing. This outfit is so 2000s, like it's hideous. But I give her like a pink like top. I don't remember what pack it's from. It might be City Living. And then green pants. They were cargo pants, but I don't think we have cargo pants in The Sims, and they were a bit like wider, but I just couldn't go through with it, so I gave her just some like white like flared jeans instead of like pants, just make it look a bit nicer, the outfit, because and then I gave her some chunky sneakers like she was wearing in the picture that I saw, and then still trying to find the right hair, because for some reason I just struggled for so long. But yeah, that's just adding her jewelry now. Just go for some basic jewelry to kind of go with the look. And then because I finally had a spa day, I can actually use different nails now, which is great. So I go for like big long nails, so I thought that was very Bratz-like to have those. So last up is Sasha, again giving her the staple of Bratz, the big lips. And then I actually, when I realised that they don't have noses, or they do, but like they're very tiny, and I didn't want to give her like these dolls like no nose, or like very small noses. I still tried to get it as like less nose as possible. That sounds really weird, but like but because otherwise they don't look right. But for Sasha's look, it was she had a beanie as well. It was just a grey beanie like this, that luckily we had something very similar in The Sims. And then her look I actually struggled with a bit, because her top was like a crop top, and then it was like orange, and then the sleeves were like stripy, but we don't have that in The Sims, so I had to go back and forth to try and find a top that kind of looked like that. I ended up just not bothering with the stripes at all. And then she had like this long like denim skirt on. It's very 2000s basically, but and it actually was very hard to find a long denim skirt in The Sims for some reason. And then some big orange chunky sneakers as well, very Brat again. But yeah, so I do go back and forth trying to find the right type of skirt, I guess, because the skirt itself actually was had like orange on it as well, because we don't have that, so I just kind of was like, let's just make sure that it's like denim. I really struggled trying to find it. That's why I ended up going into like full body to see if we had anything close, but we didn't, so had to go back to my original long denim skirt with the top, I guess. So yeah, don't really know what else to say really. Let me know which Bratz was your favourite. I was always a Chloe fan, I don't know why, but that's about it really, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye!